What's up, everybody? Hey, we back. Well, hey, look, let's check this out. We said we was gonna do a reaction show to the show. I had a couple fellas chime in. You know, y'all already know Remy, the man who blowing the smoke. You know what I'm saying? That's the dragon. We'll call him the dragon tonight. Right, because he blowing that smoke. And then we got my man says, hey, look, check this out. Everybody know Remy, but hey, Remy, you're gonna reintroduce yourself, but let's go with Said. Said, tell everybody a little bit about what what you're doing and what you got going on. Oh man, he froze up on me. Go ahead, Sid.
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead. Let everybody know a little bit about you, bro.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Sid. I got met Mark a little while ago. I got a podcast with that being said podcast. I'm here in Atlanta, based out of Atlanta. Just doing my thing. Too much. You get to know me, you'll get to know more.
Right. Man, you know what? But that was a slick. Hey, you heard that, Remy? You heard what he said? You get to know me, you get to know more.
Yeah, he tried to pimp it out on the slick.
Hey,
hey, Remy. Hey, look, check this out. So everybody who didn't get a chance to meet you on the last show, tell a little bit about yourself, man.
I'm gonna try to do it like said. I'm Remy,
Okay.
Savannah native here in Atlanta.
Okay.
An open book. So anything you want to know, feel free to.
Hey, his name is Remy, and he has plenty. I don't know,
Unleash the dragon, baby. Unleash the
dragon. Hey, look. So Remy, you single, bro?
I'm single, not internet single. I'm single.
What's the difference between internet single and single, bro?
People be single online, and then when you meet them in real life, all of a sudden they in a relationship or they married, or I'm single, but me and my ex-boyfriend still stay together, but he's got their room and I sleep in the other room. You know all the stuff we be hearing.
Right. What you
Talking
say,
about it's complicated. No, you living with that nigga. You ain't nothing complicated about that.
Hey, said, kind of piggyback what she said. First of all, you single, said single man. That nigga froze. You single, bro?
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It ain't complicated at all. Hey, so how long you been single, Remy?
Honestly, I've been single for the last 6.5 years by choice. My daughters say I'm very selective, which I am. Quality over quantity.
Right.
We're in a city that you got a lot of cubic zirconias, and it's hard to find that one diamond.
Yeah. Hey, say what you think? What you think about that, man? The diamond analogy. What you think about that?
I mean, it's true.
Oh man, it's freezing on me, man.
It's the truth, bro. It's like even salt look like sugar. Everything look good ain't good.
It said you froze out for a moment. Go ahead and say what you was about to say, man.
I think that's a real thought, because I mean, even with everything else, everybody learned how to copy off everybody else these days. You know what I'm saying? They had like all the makeup tutorials and the enhancements and this and that. Yeah. So I mean, everything can be made to look like a diamond, and then they learn to talk the lingo and do whatever, So it's just what it is, bringing down the property value real quick.
Man, everybody's kind of looking the same too, bro. Y'all think so?
Yeah.
Everything. It's a lot of women that's looking alike.
Yeah, it's called copy and paste.
I was in Cali. I was in Cali in like 2019 and prior to, and I mean, it just started, that whole Kardashian era. So all the people out there, all the women out there started to look the same, regardless of what race they were. And now, I guess it's just becoming a thing.
Yep, just go to mine and get a BBL. So you look like the next kid.
So I'm trying to figure out where it all went left. Y'all remember when, like, of course, I grew up in the '90s. It was not a lot of enhancement going on, right? You remember everybody was kind of like naturally, you are what you are, right? Matter of fact, y'all remember back in the day? Y'all remember back in the day when the women with the big butts, they used to hide their butts.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have their butts in there, bro.
They used to have sundresses on, and we still be trying to look through them.
Right. Hey, you can cover it up, but you can't hide it. It's
We looking like two midgets hanging off their back fighting.
The two midgets. Hey man, well, hey, look. So favorite part of a woman, Remy. What's your favorite part? Outside of the butt. Let's eliminate butt because we look. Raise your hands, everybody like tail.
Right.
Okay, want to make sure. Okay, that's unanimous.
We call it the gluteus of the Maximus.
Right. So out of that one, give me two more things that turns you on physically about a woman outside of that
one. A woman's eyes, bro. Okay. Some women got some sexy ass seductive eyes. Right. You ever had a woman look at you and you be like, she gonna rape my tail? You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is, I would say the smile, but I love how a woman carry herself, how she dress. Some women, you can dress a certain way without going over the top, and you can capture a man's attention. And then you got the ones that we gonna look now. If you showing ass and everything else, we gonna look. But the way a woman carries herself, when she carries herself with a little poise and a little class, in this age where that's rare, that shit is sexy.
Yeah. So the eyes, and what would be the other physical part? The eyes and what else? Give me a body part.
Other than the ass?
Other than the ass and eyes. One more.
It's like a two-hitter combo. It's a tie between the smile.
What is it, bro? What is it?
A tie between the smile and them breasts.
Right.
Them breasts.
Okay.
I don't mind if you got a little bit of fupa. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh boy.
That thing got to serve a purpose to keep that thing warm. But eyes and them breasts.
Hey, say, what about you? Say, give me two parts
like once them the two right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a two-piece special.
The
right
eyes,
there. And the booty. You know what I'm saying? But
the third. Okay, so
you know what I'm saying?
One more.
Oh, but I mean, I like the eyes. You know what I'm saying? You got the that little. Wow.
Hey, you might be hanging up. Like in a meat locker. You put
right.
You gotta watch them thighs now. You gotta watch them thighs. Sometimes them thighs will get you in trouble, especially if you like doing certain things, boy. You mess around and do something and you can't get away.
Hey, I ain't never been scared of a little bit of trouble. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been scared of a little bit of no trouble. That's trouble.
What you call it? Good trouble?
But you know what though? So it'll be for me. It'll be, but of course, then it'll be. It's something about some hips, bro.
Yeah.
You know what? Because I'm gonna tell you about the hips. Sometimes the hips can make it look like it's a lot backed up, but it may not be a whole lot backed up. But the hips can kind of
right.
make from the front side. You'd be like, oh.
That's called the support system right there.
The support system, right?
The support. So you can't have a building without frames in that joint. But you're right. I've known some women that you got their hips, but then when they get bucket naked, you ain't got no meat back there. Ain't nothing. The thing look like pancakes, but them hips, it look good here, and then all of a sudden it slumps here.
Yeah. Now look, listen, we're not body shaming ladies out here. We're just telling what we like.
We just talk about.
And look, and I'm gonna tell you this too. It exists. So we're gonna have real talk here. It exists. We're gonna touch the existing stuff, but we're gonna also have balance and say, yeah, we're not body shaming, but this is what we like. Y'all, what y'all like? Y'all like what y'all like? We like what we like.
I mean, it's not that it's not known, because these are all the things that are getting enhanced. Because so.
Yeah, it all falls in line. Okay, so look, let me ask y'all a question. Have y'all noticed on social media a lot of times where a gossiping woman, what y'all think about women that gossip? It's always that one person is, if you ever pay attention to your page, they're always going to tell you something about a celebrity issue. All these things that has anything to do outside of themselves, but somebody else's demise. How do y'all view women that gossip like that? Say it. Tell me about that. Do you see that a lot? Well, do you see that a lot? Say it.
I mean, as far as being, I think now it's kind of like they want to live vicariously through that person. They ain't got nothing going on in your own life, so you want to, project and glean from that to have something to talk about. There's plenty of other things to talk about. Why who cares? Do you even know those people for real?
agree with
No.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think some women, not all, some women, you cover up your own securities by focusing on somebody else's flaws. And to me, a woman that gossips all the time, that is not a sexy trait. Not at all, because that tell me you don't know how to keep your doggone mouth shut. You'll run your mouth about anything. You might tell my business.
I mean, I worked with a lady once, and the celebrity gossip and whatever you talking about, that's throwaway stuff or whatever. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, it is, and the thing of it's really insecurity. From my end, like you said, it's a definitely insecurity. That's definitely how I view it when you try to get the attention off you. You know what I'm saying?
And,
because
and also with that, some women, especially if somebody is trying to get your attention, but they notice your attention is going elsewhere. So you will gossip and throw shade about somebody you know. You'll even enhance that to try to project so that when I look at this person, I'm not looking at them in the same. And you ever looked at somebody and know that nigga? I know everything about you. I know where you stay, how many kids you got, how many baby daddies you got. I know how you go through men to go through dates to get the roof crisp when you used to eating at the cookout and all that. So it's a lot of insecurity, and it can even be weaponized as competition with the next one.
Hey, so I'm gonna reverse it and flip it and say this. What do you guys think about the men that lead with their wallets? That's almost the same, right? When you say that, that's almost like so speak to the brothers. If you was talking to one of the brothers right now that was in front of your face and you see him leading with his pocket all the time, how do you feel and what would you tell that brother? How would you say it, bro?
I would tell you point blank, bro. If she like you, if the only time you see her is when you spending, bro, but when you're not spending, you're not seeing it. She don't like it. Don't leave with your wallet. Show her that there's more to you than that. You ain't got to simp. If she likes you, she like you. What is it about you that you feel the only way to keep this woman's attention is to blow your paycheck?
Right.
I mean, think about it. You're gonna risk your light bill to take her out, and she might not even like you.
Right.
Yeah, don't
man.
make something.
It's the insecurity because you ain't got game. You know what I'm saying? You know what? And one thing about it, I remember, like the money is different now because most of us. I'm 50, 51. So I'm 51. So I'll say during my time, like when you're in your 20s, you probably had a McDonald's job or something like that, right? You didn't really have a whole lot of money, right? So I'm gonna say this. So the only thing you had was your conversation to a woman, right? How you would talk, because I wasn't having no money. So what you had to really sit down and really cultivate a conversation in order to get her to buy into whatever it is that you wanted to do, and there was no money involved. Y'all remember the moments, man?
For real,
man.
Right? You got the game.
That was real. That was back in the days we used to write poems and be standing outside with your boom box because you done made your playlist with the cassette tape. You got creative back then. Now everything like is scripted and everybody sound the same because they don't know how to be themselves.
Right.
Go ahead, Sid. Speak on that. Speak on the leading with the wallet, man, and your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing that a lost art or a lost form that I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I came up in that era too of, you know what I'm saying? I'm writing rhymes, got my two little cousins in the background dancing while I walk down the street and sing to this girl or whatever. And it wasn't about how much money you could spend or anything like that. And it's a flag. Of course, it's a flag for a man to lead with his wallet because, like you said, like you can And how long are you going to be able to sustain that? Because as a man, you have to think about.
Dang, so what's up? I'm gonna read this comment.
But said
So what's
disappeared and
up?
still
3 or 4 dates.
Uh-huh.
You ain't gonna be able to sustain that. So just be yourself. Let her get to know you. Don't lead with your wallet.
plus you
I'm gonna
got
read this comment.
you remember at the same time, like you nailed it, said it's like how you start is how you gonna finish. If you leading with your
Yeah,
wallet, what happens the one time that you can't do nothing with your wallet?
Right.
yeah.
If you're a
And then
grown
too,
man, don't let your money speak for you to connect with this woman. You know, do like we used to do back in the day. Hey, we're gonna have conversations. You know, it's gonna be genuine, organic conversations. But I think, and I'm not knocking the brothers, but to the brothers that do this, you got so many cats out there that fake it to make it, that they so busy being a player, they don't know how to be themselves. So now
Right.
everything sounds cliche. Because what's the first thing a lot of women say that a lot of men come at them all the time, every time I talk to them, hey, beautiful, hey, gorgeous, hey, sexy, hey, be different,
mhm.
call her ugly. But I mean, don't call her ugly, but I'm saying be different, be original. You know what I'm saying?
Be busy.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you gotta
saying?
be, yeah, you gotta be original. Hey, but look, so check this out. So I want to read this comment. This and again, coming from a lady, it's Keisha. From firsthand experience, I dated a guy who led with his wallet and was emotionally unavailable. Money doesn't equal equality in the actual building of a relationship.
Money
Facts.
can't buy me
You can't buy
love.
love, right? Hold on, I'm gonna read this one too. Let me read this one too. It says, from the first hand experience I dated. Oh, damn, I just read that one. Boom. Let me go back to in this one. Replying to Serena, how about when they start with, I have my own everything, my own house, 2 businesses, my own car. Sir, I don't care what you have. Are you emotionally intelligent? What is your relationship with your family?
Sound like
Hmm.
she was describing that other Bootsy song. You know how they said it? I got my own house. She got her own car. She got a man.
Right.
You trying to overcompensate the win this woman over with
Yeah.
braggadocio. A lot of these cats ain't even got their own cribs. They got roommates or they staying in a storage shed or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then last on that point, I'm gonna say this. Fellas, you need to upgrade your game because I'm gonna tell you something. That used to work back in the '60s. I think women got their own paper now.
Yeah.
You know, they
Yeah.
got,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like really, they can go in there because these women buying like $3, $4, $5,000 bags, bro. Shoes almost a stack. You know what I'm
And
saying?
then,
So,
okay, this is where I feel like people mess up on, because like we all dudes, we all, you know what I'm saying, like
right,
it's more them than it is us at the end of the day.
right,
Especially if they're attractive, the ratio, you know what I'm saying, like you come out leading with your wallet and you think, oh, I'm you know what I'm saying, I got this, I got that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but you don't know her last dude was probably the CEO of a company, or this dude was this and that, and this dude was this, and like you don't know who you competing with, so you might just
right,
be making yourself look stupid at the end of the day.
right, right,
Preach,
right.
preach.
Hey, look. So another thing too. I was thinking about these. Some things I be just observing and stuff like that. And some things that are on my mind. I want to get you guys' thoughts on this. So what about like sometimes just kind of surfing the internet, kind of seeing the vibe, what the vibe is. It's funny, as far as like everybody's views on as far as dating. Um, what kind of vibe are you guys getting? Like, what's the meter of through your own perspective between men and women? What's the vibe between us right now? Remy, what do you see, and how would you diagnose that?
Talk about like what's going on now in the
The
dating
gen-
or
As
what
far as the
when
gender, the gender wars. What are your thoughts on the gender wars? There's a
let's talk
gender
about
war.
the gender wars. I said this before on the podcast we were just on, and I'm gonna say it again.
Hmm.
A lot of people will say what's going on in the dating game or whatever, the gender wars, it's men versus women.
Hmm.
Honestly, you got to remove that mindset.
Yeah.
What's really going on is ego versus ego. Because let's flip it. If you debating with a woman going back and forth, You know, she may be independent and got certain ways about her, vice versa, but you're determined who's right and who's wrong. Everybody want to be right. Nobody want to be wrong. It's your egos. If it was a male going back and forth with another male, it's your ego. So I think sometimes you got to remove the ego out the way and focus on what's more important. What's your goal? What's your purpose? What you're looking for in order to attain it. Like you hear a lot of cats say, well, a real woman, just we all heard that, right? A real woman with this and this and this. And we always hear, well, a real man would do this here and a real man would do that here. If I ain't got a vagina or a breast or ass, I can't tell you how to be a real woman. I can tell you what characteristics I look for. If
Right.
you ain't got a penis, you can't tell me what a real man is. You can only say what type of characteristics you're looking for. Again, it boils down to the ego thing. You get ego out of the way, and it gets you closer to your goal.
All right.
Right.
Hey, this is the ego move right here. Ooh, when we start with woman, I stop listening. She said she don't hear no past that. You know what I mean? Oh, look, this is a good comment right here. Yeah, with statistics, yeah, women do. Black women definitely out as far as money wise outwage us, right? So yeah, so really, fellas, honestly, they don't really give a damn about your money. Going back to leading the wallet stuff, what's your thoughts on that as far as the gender wars? Though, say, what do you see? What kind of is it getting better? Or is it getting worse?
Man, I think it's getting worse.
Okay.
And me, I've traveled the world. I've been here, I've been there, I've been a lot of places. And sometimes I really, I think it might just be a Black American thing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And just like they setting us against them, and we getting slowly feeding into it to where at the end of the day, it's just a whole bunch of bullshit, and there ain't nobody coming back to the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm walk you home from school, let me open the door for you, and like the courtship and the really getting to know
Mm-hmm.
somebody, and then the dudes, we developed this player mentality of going to the club, buying bottles, throwing money, flashing, because I ain't never. I didn't go. I couldn't move no weight. So I mean, all the girls who like the thugs and the drugs and all of that, the nice guys go to school and have to.
She said that doesn't happen in Latin communities. Hey, so speaking of, kind of putting a bow on that particular thought, I'm gonna say this. As far as the gender wars, I see it as far as like at some point it's gonna get back. Everything works in cycles. I think right now we're just going through a cycle of reconstruction. We got to go through the burn. You know what I'm saying? It's like working out, right? That shit hurt, right? You can lift them heavy ass weights. That shit hurt, but guess what? It's gonna look good later on, though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think it's
Yeah,
gonna go back to how it used to be. I
yeah.
think when it comes to the gender wars, another thing that fuels it is you got some folk, they'll see stuff on social media, they'll see stuff and love, hip hop, Real Housewives of Atlanta, whatever shows that shows the negative ways of courting, communicating in relationship. You want to try to imitate what we've gotten away from together. Like you said, used to be a time you could walk in the park or go get some ice cream or whatever, whatnot. But then you see a bunch of folks come on like, oh, you got to do this and this and this. Oh, you must not really like me. Oh, you must be a brokey because you trying to do all this stuff here. But what about the restaurants or going to this nice fancy place or what kind of car you got? You driving a Chrysler 300 and you need to have a Benz to date me and all that there because that's what you see on TV, right? But you catching a damn martyr. You know what I'm saying? So I think social media
Yeah.
really has helped to toxify what could be positive. And it put people in a position where I hate to say it, but you got to fake it to make it.
Yeah, it does. It does. Unfortunately, but man, faking and making is different because I do know because I can never understand from a standpoint of why would a man drive a Maserati and put into an apartment? It's for women. You know what I mean?
Pull
Women,
up to a
women,
Section 8 department.
right? So, hey, so, what do you think about this thought? Said, and then I'm gonna definitely get your opinion. Men are defined by their money and the woman that's on their arm. Do you agree or disagree with that statement?
I do agree.
Those two things, money and
I
women.
I do agree. I do
Mhm.
agree. I don't know why it's like that, but I mean it's just like that. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like
It's just
that.
like that.
Yeah. Hey, what you think about that, Remy? Yeah, I don't know why it's just something in us, but what you think, though, Remy? What you think about that?
That ain't nothing but the truth. I can't help but to agree. I think, but man, you stuck on society. If you got a gorgeous, I call him trophy wife on your arm, oh, he must got bank like that. But if you got the basic looking woman, well, that lets you know what's going on in his life. You know what I'm saying? We do the
Right.
same thing when we like we see women. If you were the ugly dude, the first thing we say is, "Oh, that joker paying for that,"
Right.
and it might actually be his personality. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, that statement there, that
Say,
ain't
I mean,
nothing
I
but the
think
truth.
it's just
And
it's
are
kind of like
defined by the woman that
yeah, say it. Go ahead, say
I think
it.
it's just it's that innate animal instinct. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that because I mean at the end of the day, if you on the island with you know what I'm saying, and it's 10 women and 2 dudes, the dude who got to get the most coconuts is gonna get all the girls. That's just how it is.
Hey, man, you see how wild they is here, bro? Look how wild they is here, though. I saw Remy was ice skates.
chopping down the damn tree.
hey, look. So check this out. So look. So I definitely say the only, and I've said this like 100 times. We'll keep putting this point in. The only two things men fight and kill about is money and women.
That's it.
That's it. That's it.
That's it.
Money and women. Anything else we could get along with. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we good. We can talk about, oh yeah, I'm straight up. But it comes to a man,
Mhm.
money and his woman, man, they be ready to kill each
That
other
you
over
got
that shit,
problems.
bro.
You got problems with that.
Yeah. Man. But look, so look, check this out.
Lack thereof.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it.
Or the lack thereof. You know what I mean?
Man, yeah, because and you know what, and that's sometimes. Oh, look, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret, ladies. And look, matter of fact, before I say anything, at least share this video. I think share this video to your page. I think it's a good video to have because here's what happened, fellas, and y'all can agree on this. Women get together with their friends and they be trying to tell their friends what men think.
Right.
Mm.
They sit around and girl, they do this. So look, all the ladies out there, at least share it, like it to do something because we ain't gonna cover everything because we can't cover everything. We're gonna give you a little bit of insight for some real dudes that's gonna really cut you deep. But we love you. Like I
Right.
always say, we might bring the belt out on you, but it's
Exactly.
all our love.
It's
It's
all out
all
of
our
love.
love. So
Pre-game, because you said it, bro. Women get with their girlfriends, and the girlfriends try to tell them what men want. First of all,
right,
Levert told you a long time ago what men want. We want a lady on the town, a, a freak in a sack, a woman in the house. We like it like that.
right,
True that.
right, right.
Anything else, we don't want.
Right. Okay, so this is where it starts. Okay, so now again, here's the belt. Here's the medicine. Okay, so look, fellas, do you guys agree on this? Do you guys agree that men don't have a voice when it comes to the opinion of a woman? You can't voice it. If you do voice it on social media, guess what? You will get your head chopped off. So I think I think
It's
women
over.
sometimes what they do, they
It's
think
Agreed.
over.
a lot of women think they have like they only have the right to insult their own kind. So you can insult us and you can insult your own kind, but fellas can only stay within a box. Soon as you say, I don't like her hair, you don't like your mama. You know what I'm saying?
That
Go ahead,
part.
Remy. Speak on it,
We'll
Remy.
run down the line. Your mama, your sister, your auntie, your
Boy,
cousin.
mhm. Or they talking about, oh, you must still be hurt from your last relationship.
All right. We can
That
have
type of
an
stuff.
we can
They
have an
do it.
opinion. Can we please have an opinion online without being chopped? But hey,
Right.
man, let me tell you something. Them comments, if you put a picture up, you can insinuate just the slightest thing. Guess what? Your ass is grass. What you think about this, Ed?
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. But I feel like, I mean, because
See, look,
like if we
what I
talking
think.
amongst men, it's a free fall. This is just what it is. Just like y'all get to talk, we get to talk and share our opinions, because at the end of the day, if we one-on-one with somebody, I gotta soften it up. I gotta go 2 miles to get to this point that I see right here. I gotta go all the way back around here, buy you some flowers, buy you your favorite little thing and whatever, set it up nice and boom, 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 and then lay it on you soft before you even do. And then at that point, my point, you ain't even gonna do it because I came too soft. So as far as the dudes talk, we can get it. So just glean from it. If you know what I'm saying, like somebody I heard on a comment earlier tonight, a hit dog always holler. So if
Yep.
like if it's triggering something in you, then don't take that on me. I'm just trying to convey a message. Don't shoot the messenger.
Look,
Mm-hmm.
look.
What they say, freedom of speech, but just watch what you say.
Right. Hey, but you know what? That's I don't know, man. It's almost like I call him like one of this guy named is Jay. One of the guys came over, so he called him the National Coalition of Black Internet Women. Hey man, they come from nowhere like some civil rights movement, don't it,
For
bro?
real.
Goddamn nigga Rosa. Hey man, they were Rosa Parks. But look, okay, so look, check this out. Do you think women are really accountability? Do you think women have the accountability when it comes to their own friends? Are they really, really real with their friends, y'all?
No.
I had this conversation with somebody earlier today, one of my female friends, and I say, "Isn't it funny that if this person is not your friend or a family member, and they got some jacked up ways about themselves, you will dog that person, but you will dwell in a circle of your friends or family members that do the same thing that this person is doing, and you will say anything to justify their behavior." Then on top of that, as far as a lot of women with accountability, y'all already damn know. You, you already know. Look at
Man.
here. How they say in that movie, you can't handle the truth.
Mm-mm.
Accountability is very rare. You will run across a woman that will take accountability in these days to say, you know what, I was wrong about that, or I was wrong. They're gonna fight to the end, to their last breath, to say they was right and prove it.
And right
And
before
the
they
only time
die,
they're gonna do that is when they
right before they
want
die, they'll
something.
be
They
like,
just want something. After that, I was wrong. Now
I'm
can you buy me
sorry.
this?
Look, then they be like on the way out,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
But after they say that, they want something, right?
They want something right after that. Man, I don't know they
Baby,
don't
I'm
take
sorry.
accountability. I had
I'm sorry, baby. I was tripping. baby. I don't know what I was thinking. I had a bad day. Look, I'm gonna get dressed and we're gonna go to this restaurant. Let's go out and have a nice eating. You know what? Why don't you take me here?
right. Why don't you take me to dinner so you can apologize to me for me being wrong? But I mean, I've had the homegirls, and I know, like, she wrong, I know she wrong, but you helping her explain to me why she right and I'm wrong. I mean, they team up. They don't want to take no accountability.
Mm-mm.
Man, hold on. Let's say women do not. Okay, this is a good one right here. It says women do not trust other women. How men trust their homeboy. Okay. I mean, sometimes we need to trust our dudes on
Yeah, we
some
don't
part.
trust
We'll
our
go.
homeboy that
Hey,
much. You know what I'm saying? We
we
just
do
don't
not
talk
talk.
about it.
Man, let me ask y'all something. Do y'all really talk about y'all relationships with y'all partners, bro?
No.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
We talk about throwaways and stuff we don't care about with the homeboys,
Right.
but if it's here,
Right.
and home, if you my boy, you know not to even add. Don't even add. What? Don't you don't say nothing about it.
Right.
Hold up. Let me debate you on that there. If you're a grown man, you don't talk
Right.
about what's close to you with your homeboys. Now, if you
Right.
got that boyish mentality, you tell everything. You borderline gossiping. And to these young cats watching this here, you never know who's plotting on what you got. So you got sometimes it goes to the golden
And
rule. If you and your lady having some type of issue or whatnot, y'all deal with that problem in house. And if you got a good friend that is gonna let you know when you're wrong, or gonna be like, hey, look, I see where you're coming from, you right, but maybe you might want to try going about it this way. You got to know your people. You got to know who you can talk to and who you better not talk to. We all got them friends that we really can talk to if we're that close that we can confide in, and they're gonna give us some sound counsel. And then we got them friends that be like, man, fuck that whole nigga. If I was you, I'd do A and this and this and this and this. But how many times have you noticed the same ones that give you that bad advice that you confide in? The minute you and this woman get through dealing with each other, isn't it funny how they the first ones to be in her inbox or trying to hit her up?
because
And then
he was in her DMs the same time he was telling you what he told you.
yeah, exactly. And
That's
done
like
told her the
what?
one conversation.
I
And
mean, and that's just. I mean, I feel like there are people out there. I mean, like I think people take friendship and acquaintances and stuff way too lightly these days. A lot of the times too,
Very.
and and it's just out of necessity, and it's just because of things go so fast, and just because you've been friends on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, text messages back and forth, sending each other memes. Then now we that close, but like if I ain't go to kindergarten with you or first, like if I ain't known you for a minute, then I mean it's cool. I'm not looking for you to mess up, but also you don't get that access. You have to
Mhm.
you have to be smart as a man to understand how much access to give people. That goes with women, that goes with
exactly.
homeboys, that goes with friends, that goes with anybody. You have to
Right.
protect
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then everybody ain't gonna keep it 100 with you. And if you don't believe that, Jesus had 12 disciples, and not everybody kept it real
uh,
tough.
hey, look, check this out. I think women are more honest than their homegirls than men are honest with their homeboys. Hey, I'm gonna say this. Look, watch this. So check this out. So my man's ribbon. I'm gonna talk off that one. So look, let me explain something to you. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. And out of many shows I've done, I've literally had women sit in the same room or on the same cast and that were friends for over 20 years. And one of the things I always ask, right? And this is why I say they don't always keep it real, especially the things that's most important. One of the biggest things I ask women, with a group of women, I say between 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how do you rate your friends' dating choices? All of them said at least below 3. You see what I'm
Huh.
saying? So that's not keeping it real. You get what I'm saying? So we saying like that because sometimes what y'all do is you'll push your friend into the wrong situation because you wasn't real. Because you thought something different. You see what I'm saying? So, and yeah, y'all might keep it real a little bit, in certain areas. But when it comes to dating, it's like I said, y'all stay out of it because y'all don't want to be the bad person, right?
Right.
You don't
Mhm.
want to be the
And
bad
then
person.
okay, so Mark, does it depend on the dynamic? That does depend on if the homegirl got a man, she ain't gonna be real with her single girl because she got a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Right,
Mhm.
vice versa, if you're single and
right,
your homegirl got a dude, if y'all both single, then it's a race to see who can get a man first and do all this and all that. It's just so many. Like I said, that's and not knocking nothing. It's just woman mentality. It's just the
yep,
logic and how women think. I mean, and there's nothing
right.
wrong with it, but we
Mhm.
just until we can honestly just be able to say that without getting the necks chopped off, then it ain't gonna get fixed.
Yeah, all right, right. Hey, look,
Boy,
so
you,
so
you preaching because the
yeah,
difference on that is I told one of my friends, I say, one thing about y'all women, y'all could do something fucked up and y'all still stand by that person and y'all dog out the other person. Girl, so what? He caught you cheating. He shouldn't have came on early. Fuck him, girl. Let's go out. And y'all support each other. Y'all won't let the person stay themselves accountable. Men, we are different. We are petty.
Yeah,
Man,
we better take that shirt off,
how,
Nick.
how
Let me come
you
out the
fucked
house.
up on that, man? I saw Sheila the other day. She looking good. Boy, you done. Boy, how you messed up on that? You ain't gonna never get that. But you gonna be all right, dog. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up. You know, hey, I don't know. Hey, we petty. We'll rub salt in the room. Hey, look here, man. I saw with this other. She look happy. She look good. Boy, I don't see how you messed up. Women, you could do better, girl, and get you a man that calls before he come home. That way you can get your side piece out the door faster.
Right.
Y'all
Hey,
do not hold each other accountable. What it is, a true friend will hold you accountable when you're wrong. But
all right.
y'all surround
Yeah.
yourselves with people that support your BS.
All right. Yeah, so let's check this out. Okay, let me do this first, and I'm gonna go to this question. Okay, so look, check this out. I'm gonna do a couple comments, and then if in okay, so then we're gonna have a few moments where if we're gonna say, I can't even think of this thing, but I'm gonna say this, ladies, in the chat. I need you any questions that you always wanted to know when it comes to men. You have some men in the room that you can ask outside of the girl. So put them in the chat, and we will answer those questions. All right. So let me do this real quick. So this is the let me do this. She asks, what kind of women, Remy, after that comment, she said, what kind of women do you know, child? Based upon what she said, she want to know like what kind of women you know, based on
A
your
lot,
last statement.
a lot, a lot, a lot.
Mhm.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put it like this here. Uh, uh, Having been a musician for 44 years and dealing with women for a long time, different walks of life, ex-military. When you sit back and you observe, it's the same thing that a lot of women will recognize about men. Not everybody is mature. Just because you grown don't make you mature. Some people, it's like you love or care about this person a lot, but you don't want to hurt this person's feelings or make them feel bad. So you know what? I'm gonna just stand by you, support you no matter what. For a lot of people, when you got people close to you like that, and they already in situations, um, they don't want to tear that person down. So let me just go ahead and encourage you, make you feel better. And you may have that one friend out of six that'll let you know when you're wrong. But them other ones, especially if you trying to fix a relationship, some women make the mistake, like some men make the mistake of you'll listen to your single friends instead of the ones that got somebody, been with somebody for a few years or whatnot, or married or whatnot. If you want to get advice on something that you're dealing with, an issue as a couple, I'm going to talk to a couple. I'm not going to talk to a single person, especially a single person that can never keep a man.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna move to the next one. And it says you can speak on the essay. It says women lie to their friends, girls to keep friendships. Women need the same sex conversation to feed off of what is good, the bad, or the ugly. Oh, there you have it. Women lie to their friends,
Wait a minute,
girls
didn't
to
I
keep
say that?
their friendships. Right.
Didn't I
That's
just
just
say that?
right. No, no. Okay. So let
Get
me
the
go to
fence
this one.
wet.
So look, I'm gonna do this one right here. Here's the first question right here. Honest question. This is a good question. Both y'all can take it. But honest question. If your homeboy is out flirting with your wife, do you feel comfortable correcting him? Say it.
Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, look, I mean, it just depends on what you consider as flirting. Because I
Right.
mean, when I come to that, like, it depends on flirting. If he is actively just going and talking to girls and doing whatever it is, then it. I probably even if I don't say nothing, I'm not gonna go out with him again. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to run interference, even if I don't say nothing to him in that effect, because I shouldn't have to say nothing to a grown man. I mean, I think that's just like I shouldn't have to tell you this. If this is what you're gonna do, then this is what you're gonna do. I say something tonight, it don't matter if this is your behavior. If you ain't even putting these parameters up for yourself, what good is me saying something to you gonna do? I might help us from the situation, remove you from the situation, or do whatever, but I might not just come out and be like, you need to stop. No, I might not do that. I mean, I'm just me.
Yeah. Now
Go
you say
ahead.
the question is if he got a wife and if he's out there flirting with other women, would you check him?
And with a wife at home. Oh, okay,
Now,
right. So if your homeboy, okay. So if your homeboy married, if your
Yeah,
homeboy married and he's flirting with another girl, why we don't say nothing to him?
right.
I've done it before, but only
Right.
in the sense of I know you may speak, but then if you being a little bit over the top, especially if you got a good thing at home, and especially we done had conversations how you buy your home. I may pull your coat and like, hey man, do it. You gonna do what you gonna do, but always ask yourself a question: is it worth it, man? I mean, you never know who's watching you, who knows who you know, and
It
if
might
it
depend
ain't,
on how much I like his wife. How much do I like his wife? Is she a
you
good
know,
woman or is
I
she a
was
bad
about to
woman?
say that
That's
part
real.
Like
too.
what?
I was about to say that part too. Now, if you don't like your wife, well, but
Right.
if you like your wife and you ain't trying to mess up what you got at home, and you done been out drinking to the point where you ain't using good judgment, then I may drop a hint to you to let just to kind of wake you back up. Now, if you continue going and doing what you're doing after that, that's on you. That's
Yeah.
on you.
Said what?
As brothers, sometimes on some things we
There you
got
go.
we got to police each other. Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
sometimes a person be doing something and not realize what Dave Chappelle had on that show when keeping it real goes wrong.
Goes wrong.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I don't think honestly, bro, sometimes, you know what? Okay, let me be truthful. I've never done it. Honestly, I'm so like, okay, let's say for instance, I guess earlier days, lounges or whatever, or wherever we may hang out, football game, whatever it is. I really something about me. I hit an invisible button, bro. like, like he could be literally be standing in front of me, and he may do it, bro. For some reason, he disappeared. He could be right in front of me. I don't see nothing.
Nothing.
Mhm.
So, so maybe because I do have the blindness of the invisible button, no, I can't say nothing because I don't really see it. How about
And
that?
I
Mhm.
feel like I don't know. Just in my logic, it's like this: if you married, you got a wife at home, you coming out with me. Okay, so now I might feel a little bit used because you using our hangout time and doing whatever, and now you trying to we you know what I'm saying, this ain't that, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If you're gonna do that, go do that with somebody else. And then at the
Right.
end of the day, it's kind of like, okay, if you messing up that bad, then your dirt gonna catch up to you anyway. Because you can't get that girl number. You can't do
Mhm.
nothing. You ain't gonna use no. You can't put her number in my phone. That's the type of thing that I do. You can't use my phone. You ain't going in my car. You ain't doing that. If you're gonna do your dirt, you're gonna do it by yourself, just
By
like I do.
yourself.
Yeah, don't involve me because you know what happens.
That
Look,
dirt
look,
falls on you too.
look. You at the cookout and the wife's looking at you crazy, like you don't know what's going on.
Where y'all be going? You took
hey,
him out that
hey,
night and then bring him back home to 3 o'clock.
hey,
Actually, I left at 12 and he went somewhere
right.
after that. And I don't know what
Hey,
you're talking
bro,
about.
don't you hate when you don't know the wife or the girlfriend looking at you crazy? You don't know why. You don't know what your old boy did told you about that.
Yeah. Or
he
or
didn't.
worse,
He didn't put you in
or
he
worse,
didn't
you
put you
got
under the bus. You didn't even know. You didn't let me know. You told a lie on me, bro.
Right.
you
At
so
least fill
busy.
me in. At least give me the at least give me the play. You know, you ain't give me the play.
Right. You so busy doing your dirt. Now, if I'm friends with you and your wife, you so busy doing your dirt and we get peeped out. You know that friend is gonna run, go tell it. Now your dirt done blew back on me. Now she all right, she going out with your other friends. But when it come to me and you going out, there's always a problem.
that was a problem.
You going out with him? Oh, you going hoeing tonight, huh?
And look, as soon as you walk in the house at the cookout, she like, Nasty ass niggas in the pot. I'd be like, hey, how you doing? He'd be like, oh, excuse me, what the fuck I do?
Hey,
Like, that's
hey,
that
so
nigga
you used
fault.
to give you a plate at the cookout. Now when you come, you got to fix your own, huh?
Just so
You got to
got
fix
play.
your own.
All right, look. So look, check this out. This is from a woman. It's none of a homeboy's business to correct someone else's relationship. I don't think a man should be comfortable doing something like that. It's crossing the line. In this day and age, people get killed for that. It's not worth it. Damn. That's eloquently put by a woman. We didn't say that. But I think that's
Mm-hmm.
the sentiment. Because you know what? Again, money and women. Anytime we may involve ourselves with somebody else's woman, no matter if we know information or not, or
Mm-hmm.
some dudes may even get offended that you would say something. Your own friend to get offended, you probably. And people say, "Where's your friend?" Some guys just don't like to be told what to do. Preachers, practitioners, and politicians. The reason why we don't like them, why? Because they try to tell us what to do.
Right.
Just being straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then,
check
and
it.
then
I got it. Okay, so we got.
that,
Go ahead, Remy.
you ever
Go ahead,
had
Remy.
one of your boys come and tell you, man, I should have listened to you, man. I went ahead and did this here, and boy, it was a long day when I got home. Yada yada yada. It's kind of like that double-edged sword.
Man, this is a good one too. This is what she wants. What a woman wants to know. When a man has the woman in front of him that checks the box is important to him, why does he still risk it all for a thrill with another woman that would never consider more than just fun? Why does a man risk it all? Basically, what she asking, even though you know you got it all. In your opinion, or your thoughts, or have you ever been in that situation where you made that mistake? Either one of
Does
those.
it actually happen? I mean, I don't know. I mean, if she's
I think,
checking all the boxes,
if, yeah, she check all the boxes and he's still messing up. That means he ain't got no dick discipline. You got to
right?
have dick discipline, boy. If you ain't got no dick discipline, you'll go do stuff and you'll deal with the outcome later. Some cats don't think that's how you get caught up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hey,
Right.
you may look good, you may turn me on if I'm with somebody and I really, really love them, but you a moment. But a lot of cats will risk a lifetime for a moment. And it's one thing, I'm not saying it's right. If the person you creeping around with is on a level of the person you with, what I'm saying is they could provide you with the things that your spouse is providing or more. I'm not gonna say that's justified, but you can almost get it. But a lot of these cats don't fuck down. They don't fuck up. They fuck down.
All right.
That's what they do. They fuck all the way down.
Yeah. And the woman be first thing the woman be like, you said with that. Yeah, the woman be
Yeah,
the first thing your
she
girlfriend say.
or she got 19 kids.
Some say what you think about as far as that. Why do you think they risk it all?
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's like that little last, if you got a woman in front of you that's checking all the boxes and you kind of in there and you want to just make sure you get that one last little hoorah out your system. I mean, I don't know,
Right.
why you would just go risk it for something more that's fun or just kind of,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a maturity thing, like,
Yeah.
I mean, and I had to, we all got to go through it, whether it be, your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, and whenever you are, you just got to get that to that level of maturity to where quality over quantity and looking, and if this is what you want, if this is what you is, you got to be that little thing that's on the side that you want to go have fun with real quick. You gotta, are you serious about this, or are you still gonna stay with that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
And
you
then
risk losing it.
yeah,
Amen.
and then I'm gonna definitely say the ego allows us to risk it all too,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yep.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yep.
The ego is I walked in the store, grocery store. I'm over by the cantaloupes, and the young lady
Right.
walks by. We meet each other's eyes. Since we met each other's eyes, and she's giving me some inviting eyes. At this point, if I don't go get it, I'm a sucker.
Right. Them cantaloupes was looking good. Them cantaloupes
Yeah.
were right.
Wait, wait,
I'm
wait,
a
wait.
sucker
I
because
don't even
she
go deep
looked at
with.
me.
I go deeper with it. Cause
Okay.
how many times when some cats mess up or they may think in their mind, I'm just gonna see if I still got it.
Got it. Right. The ego. Go
You know
ahead.
what I'm
To
saying?
the ego. You're right. You're right.
I still got it. Watch. Mm,
Watch. Right. We got to feed that ego, which is so crazy. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you this guy. I talked to this. I talked to this gentleman. This is about a couple years ago, a few years ago. This young man, he was like, I think I probably follow this rule more so for me to contain me. I'll say that, right? Is that what is I say the woman that you with now, it just imagine how long it took you to get to that woman. So when you have that woman, the other women you see around her may be the other ones that didn't make it through. It's all a mirage, right?
mm-hmm.
It's all a fucking mirage. If you really twist your brain with that, be like, well, dang, this one didn't come easy, right? I
Mm-hmm.
had to get through so many. So I'm with her. The other ones might be the other ones. So you may have a high risk of actually losing her because you may have ran back into what you ran into before you got to her.
Right.
I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a good mind fuck. I'm
Yep,
sorry.
it's a good name, but my late godfather said something to me. He's like, when you do find that one, there gonna be some temptations out there. Um, 10 minutes ain't worth 10 years.
Mm,
A lot of times you're gonna sacrifice 10, 5, 10, 15, 20 years for 10, 15, 30 minutes or an hour of pleasure. And then when you mess it up, like you said, you done put all this work in to get the woman that you've been looking for. You done went through A, B, C, and Z, and you mess it up for something that ain't worth it. And then when you done did that damage, it's hard to get it back if you get it back.
if you even get it back. If
You
you
I
what
don't look, I don't think you ever get it back like you had it. You don't never get it
damn.
back like you had it. Never, ever, ever. So you can I don't care, I don't care, I don't
Right.
care.
Right.
Like
It's
you
it's
know,
like that scar. All of us probably have a scar as a child. It don't hurt no more, but we still see it.
yeah, you still see it.
You still see it, and so I think sometimes in a lot of women's psyche that if you again, we're not women, but we're not saying we're right. We're just our own opinion. We have opinions, excuse me, and ideas as well. But we'll definitely say that that scar will always be there to your point, and something's gonna remind of that scar, just like the other scar when you as a child. It's still gonna show itself,
Right.
right?
The next time you're
Mm-hmm.
in the grocery store and walking down the aisle and some chick look like that chick that you did is her she already thrown off. So, like it ain't never gonna
And
be
she's
the
gonna remind you, she's gonna pop you in the back of the head. Keep your eyes looking forward. Keep your eyes
Mm,
looking forward. What you looking at?
right.
man,
You're
look,
gonna
check
see
this
that
out.
stiffen up.
That's out. So look, man, we got this, Jordan. It's human nature to let attraction overtake us. We have to fight it for the greater good. I know, but it hits a little different for the men. I'm sorry. I'm
Yes,
not saying
Lord.
it's right. It hits different. Because one of the biggest arguments I had said, well, we see stuff that looks good too, so but we don't do it. Unfortunately, we just made it a little different,
Yeah.
right? And you have a little bit more to risk as a woman. And I don't think a lot of women realize that in this world, you do need some sort of protection because there are predators out here, right? You're preyed upon. Understand that, right? Understand that you're preyed upon. So you need to have that sense of understanding that you are food, right? To a lot of men that ain't gonna do right by you is my point, right? So with that being said, you can't think and operate like us, right? Because we can contain the situation a little bit better,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We can contain a little bit better than you guys. Not saying we're gonna overtake every situation, but we are most likely to be able to be in control of that situation than you are. So with that being said, let's not put that on the same scale because it don't balance.
Right.
It don't
And
balance.
knowing is half the battle.
Right, right, right. So as far as through your own experiences or whatnot, and through the vibe and things as far as women and protection, um, how important is it for women to know that you are being preyed upon? not PRAY, but PREY. You know, you are preyed upon about as men. I don't think that a lot of women have to. You probably understand it, but speak on it, Remy, as far as you know, as far as like women being preyed upon, like help them realize how real it is by certain things you probably know as a man.
Talking about preyed upon,
as in taking advantage of, wants to do whatever. Uh, you know, how important is it for them to need that protection and why? Because of
I
that.
think it's very important. And I'm speaking as a man that has 3 daughters, and I counsel them. It's like anybody will put on an act to get what they want. And then once they get what they want, the real them come out. Sometimes, most women, not all women, sometimes without knowing it, you project your insecurities and we see it. See, a wolf can smell blood. You might be insecure about your weight. You might be insecure about your looks. Next thing you know, hey, beautiful girl. Oh, I need to lose weight, girl. What you need to lose weight for, girl? You look good. You got that Arby syndrome. You got the meat around this motherfucker. You look good. You know what I'm saying? Or you talking about your hair, baby. Your hair look great. That dress look great on you. Or if you're not used to a man doing certain things for you. Remember now, here's another thing you got to realize. And I tell this to my daughters because they used to watch the show. Y'all remember that show, Family Matters with Steve Urkel?
Right.
Steve Urkel played the part for years till he got that ass, didn't he?
So they give you
Okay.
Stephon.
It's the same way with some men.
That's a
It's
great
the
time.
same way with some men. And I hate to say it, some of y'all ladies that y'all think all these male friends is just your friend, offer them some ass one time. Some of these jokers will play the role long enough to wait for a crack in the armor, a moment of weakness to get what they want. So it's important to have that protection, to be aware. Um, and if you got a brother, sometimes when a brother is dropping game on you about a situation that they observe, it's not because they're trying to get in your pants. It's like they're trying to put you on game, but like, oh, peep that, you might want to
Yeah.
really tread water with that. That ain't what it seems. Because the bottom line, at the end of the day, a woman will never know a man better than a man knows another man, and a man will never know a woman better than a woman knows another woman.
Facts. And I followed everything you just said. I was not lost not one bit. I can't repeat that shit, but
No, we here. I'm here.
yeah. So say it. Tell let the women know how important it is to know that they're being preyed upon and what that looks like, and what are some of the rules
It's
you
just
give?
always one of the things that's always kind of baffled me. I don't know if y'all dealt with this as well, but it's just kind of like
Damn, nigga froze. They gotta start that one over.
Throw him out.
rest they feel.
Go ahead,
And
start.
I
Say
have
it
to tell
again,
them
Fred.
like
You
it don't
froze up.
happen.
Say it again. Start over again.
So it's like some of the women that I've dated have
Right.
come to women certain issues, and I'm like, it don't happen for me like it happened for you, or like
Right.
if you get like you, oh, that girl at Burger King was smiling at you too much, whatever it is. I'm not saying you right, I'm not saying you wrong, but I'm a dude, and girls just don't. It's just a different thing, okay? But if you out the dude that offered to open the door for you, that buy you coffee, your work husband, and all these other things that have become acceptable, and you just think, oh, he just my friend, oh, he just this, a whole ha ba. No. Because if I had a work wife and all, if I had this string of girls following me and accepting the things that I'm accepting from these women that you are accepting and being okay from these men, it will be a no-go. You are being preyed upon. These guys they're not your friends like that. They don't know. It's not like that. Be able to accept a compliment, be able to and I'm just giving you the game. I'm just trying to tell you how to handle yourself in the world.
Right.
at the end of the day, yeah, if you get the free coffee, get the free coffee, but throw that nigga the deuces and just call me after and be like, hey, babe, I got a free coffee and whatever it is. It don't matter. Just understand the game. Don't try to make me feel like I'm crazy because I'm not. I'm a man and I know. I like you. I see what you. I see you leave the house. I know what I'm looking at.
I ain't
I know what
blind.
they looking at.
Right. And look, check this out. Check this out too. So I'll say this too on that part. So I told this young lady one time I was at the cookout. I told her, she's going on the first date, and I told her this: one who talks the most loses, right? One who talks the most loses when in on the first date, right? I was really more so gearing that toward her. The more you keep yapping about your stuff, is to a lot of guys that you don't know. You need to control that situation on the first date.
Right.
As far as the questioning, as far as being not so given to everything, what you may want to give them some crumbs, right? But you also need to ask the most questions for you can determine if it's safe or not, because you're the one that got to make sure that safety flag goes up before you step in, not him. You got to remember, if you're food, you got to make sure that the coast is clear. The only way you're gonna do that is keep asking questions. So keep your don't one who talks first. One who talks the most loses. What you think about that, Remy?
There's some truth in that. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna reveal everything on the first date. You're not gonna reveal everything on the first date. But after the first date, if I know everything down to your blood type, you obviously done talk too much. You know what I'm saying? Bits and pieces. You don't want to share everything because you don't know if you want to continue seeing this person afterwards, a dog bite cat. Now they know your whole history. And one last thing I'm gonna say before while we still on this subject, but
Go
I
ahead,
want to
bro.
say one last
Go
thing,
ahead, bro.
piggybacking off the bro. Fuck them work husbands. Fuck them. Okay. Ain't no going out on a. When you go to lunch, they don't need to be taking you to lunch. You don't need to be going. And sometimes you got to know how to be cordial and not overly friendly. See, when you open
Yeah.
the door, you leave a little crack. Now they trying to worm their way in. Some women, when they got somebody, you too damn friendly with some men.
Anyway, and stop damn yucking and chucking. Just stop all that laughing. If you said it's okay to have fun, but don't be doing too much because that's almost like a translation to
You
gotta,
can
gotta. All that goddamn yucking and chucking and laughing. Hey man, feet in the air.
mm,
Want to look
don't
the
hey
out.
don't let them buy you no lunch talking about, oh, I could take you to lunch. No, my man done took care of it. I'm good. Oh, but you can say that, no, I'm good. You got to set them boundaries. You got to set them boundaries because if you give them an inch, they take 9 miles.
We're gonna hit a couple more of these and we're gonna jump off because we've been at it for all night. Because I had another good question. Bring in a couple. We got like 2, 3 more questions. Point. Okay, here's a question: can men and women really be just friends? that's a.
Like
Oh
I said
man.
before, that person that you think is a friend and just a friend, you want to find out, offer that nigga pussy one time. See how much of a friend you got. See,
Yeah.
see, unfortunately, it's just my opinion. I ain't
Mhm.
saying that it's not possible, but the majority of the time, he accepted being on the friend zone because he know that's as far as he can get for right now. But that nigga playing the long game, he being Steve Urkel. Stephon gonna pop out eventually. Soon as you give him that moment of weakness,
Stephon. Hey, you said
Stephon.
we said that pocket protector it's gonna come off. It's gonna hit the floor, ain't it, bro?
Mm-hmm.
We got Sid coming back in. Oh, there you go. Hey, so said. I say you just pop back in. Let me see. I'm pull this question up for you. Again.
Said them froze again.
Yeah, he was looking like
Okay,
frozen.
so that's the
There you
question.
go. Hey, Fred.
Can a man and a woman really just be friends?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to say from my personal experience, yeah. I mean, I have female friends that of 25 years that I'm just friends with.
Yeah, and we control those friendships a little bit better. Like sometimes, yeah, there are some. I'll say this from my side. I've had female friends that I won't even touch, or some I've
Right.
never touched before. So, and I guess we'll say it really. It's possible, but I do get the idea that some women feel like you be around a woman long enough, you may end up sticking them.
I think. I mean, and I think it depends on the man you're talking about
Right,
and where he is with that. You know what I'm saying?
right. So,
I feel like
Depends on the person.
yeah,
It depends on the person. Everybody different.
yeah.
And
Hey,
I think
so
as long as you keep some boundaries in your friendship,
mhm.
then it's highly possible, especially when you got somebody. But unfortunately, some people get caught up because they don't have those boundaries there, and without knowing it, you don't cross some lines. And
yeah.
again, you got those that are predators that prey on you, that pretend to be your friends just to get next to you. So it's kind of like a quid pro quo. It can go either way.
Mhm.
I mean, like I think as men, for me, when it comes to that, I feel like as a we gotta upgrade the property value of the dick. If I don't know how else to put
Yeah,
it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you
right.
just give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away.
Call it. They call it wick dick. You know how they used
You
to give
know,
out wick wick dick.
Wait, Kendrick
you
Lamar say?
know.
What
So I mean,
Kendrick
like,
Kinda,
Lamar say?
even with
kinda
like
cheap.
some of my close homegirls, it ain't necessarily that I'm in the friend zone. No, I put you in the friend zone because if I cross that boundary with you, I couldn't get rid of you, and you ain't keeping a man, and I see all your flaws, and I know what's wrong with you. So, nah, this is I can understand that regardless. I
Yeah.
don't care how pretty, how fine, or however whatever it is you are. That just helps me. Look, my homegirl look like this, so you gotta look like this. You know what I'm saying?
It depends on true intentions of the first encounter with the person, whether or not they're in friend zone forever, or maybe it might be a possibility to smash later.
Mm-hmm. Balls back down to dick discipline, like you said. Dick
uh,
discipline. Because the dick ain't for free.
I mean, there's a window that closes. I mean, there might be a window. That might be a window in any. I think in any platonic male female interaction, there might be a certain window. You know what I'm saying? That stays open longer for some than others, and whatever it is. But you have to get to the point of where you understand that window is closed or that ship is sailed. And I think in my younger days, and when the ego was more in control and when I was less mature, then it was just kind of like, like even if I ain't really trying to smash, like I go, oh boy, you ain't hit that yet. You ain't hit that yet. So I'm like, I guess I gotta go and hit that then. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they start giving you a pep talk, like in the locker room, trying to get loose in the locker room. All right, so look, we're gonna okay. So I'm gonna read this last question, and then I got one thing for y'all. Then we out of here. Do
for sure.
men marry the woman present when they are ready, or do they look for a specific woman to even want to go into marriage?
Say that question again.
Do men marry the woman present when they are ready, or do they look for a specific woman to even want to go into marriage?
I don't think. Well, I'm not just gonna marry you just because you're present. I'm not.
Yeah,
Marriage is locked
we
in.
look
I
for
need something.
specific type of
Mm-hmm.
woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
you
we're going
daddy.
that if we're going that route, I'm doing specific. I'm not doing general and just you here, so I guess we here and we just gonna do this. I'm not doing that.
Nah,
And
I
a
did it
man
one
got
time.
a lot more to lose in a marriage, so you got to be selective. And if you don't believe that, Will Smith married Jada. Um, Johnny Depp, what was that girl Johnny Depp married? Amber Heard. And attaching yourself to the wrong person can cost you everything that you work hard for and pray for. So as men when it comes to marriage. We're going to be sure you're who we want to marry. Just because you're present, you may be good for the moment. And again, anybody will put on an act to get you, but eventually the real them does come out.
Yeah, eventually it's gonna show itself. It's gonna definitely reveal itself. So
Yeah, you
look,
gotta that inner nigga gonna come out.
oh man. So look, when men get their first ejaculation from being intimate, he already know. Okay, so when men get the first ejaculation from being intimate, he already know what type of woman he gonna marry.
The girl got that double whammy good 3000 with the macaroni vice grip sprinkled with blue magic wrapped with duct
Yeah,
tape, Gorilla glue. Yeah, you gonna
right,
make
right, right. While gorilla squeezing it.
hey, hey,
Gorilla
hey,
fist, goddamn.
make that joker done that stroke out when he be like, you know he gonna marry you.
Exactly. Listen to the. What say? You gotta listen to what now?
You
You gotta
gotta
listen.
when he go
Like a rooster,
hey,
like shit, a fucking
when he go
rooster.
to sound like that nigga done had a stroke, you got him.
You got him. Yeah, yeah. So look, check this out. So this is the last one we're gonna end up this conversation with, and he said gorilla glue. So basically, do you think there's a lack of and okay, let's say our age group and probably a little bit behind us. Let's say no more than 10. Do you fellas think that we've lost the art of being warriors, man? Do you feel like the warrior mentality is kind of dissipating right now, or do you think that are we getting like I'll say this. I'll start off by saying this. I don't think we have warriors like we used to have, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of men face contentment. I see a lot of them are very content. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of women say, I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because especially women that are high in are earning pretty good for themselves, a lot of the guys that they run into can't match, right? And a lot of times, what happens is, I would think at a certain standpoint that if you're with a woman that inspires to do more, that if you really like her, you would probably try to change the situation. Or let's just say, for instance, by yourself, you know what the vibe is like out here, right? So a warrior is going to find a way to get up and change the situation, right? So do y'all think
Mhm.
that the warrior mentality has been lost? Like where is that, Remy? You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
There's a lot
you
of
hit,
contentment
I,
going on.
I think you hit the nail on the head. A lot of cats have allowed themselves to become complacent. Um, you don't try to level up. You know, if that means you got to grind harder, you got to grind harder. You know, everybody's grown until it's time to be grown. She's making more than you, but you ain't doing nothing to try to better yourself or to be more of a blessing to her for y'all situation. And you should, because even if you got her, you still in competition. And what I mean by that is there's always somebody looking at what you got that thinks they can do a better job with what you got than you can. It's just waiting for an opportunity. So that's why you got to always be on point. You got to always level up. You can't afford to slack off. Think about it. You got cats nowadays, say for example, they cry about working 8 hours. Where we come from, our generation, it wasn't nothing to work 12, 14 hours, come
Mhm.
home, do a whole bunch of housework, get out there, cut the grass, be to church on Sunday. Guess what? I'm there with dinner. Baby, you need this. Baby, you need that. You know what I'm saying? Making sure the kids straight the whole 9 yards. Now, you live in an age where women could be at the gas station pumping gas and this nigga in the car on the cell phone.
Mm.
Some of these cats have not reached manhood. They still in malehood. They
Mhm.
still in they high school and in their 20s and whatnot. They look at men like us doing these things, so y'all just simping and y'all doing that. No, this is who we are.
Mhm.
Because even if you ain't got a woman, there's things that you still supposed to do for yourself as a man. If you ain't growing, you becoming stagnant. Stagnant things die.
Mhm. Right. That's facts right there. What you think about that? Said you think that the war mentality is kind of lacking, huh?
Yeah,
What you
man.
think?
It's
Even in
kind
our
of
age group, even in our age
like
group, let's be
in our
honest.
age group, because when you really think about it, like when you really think about a warrior has to go outside the village. A warrior got to go hunt. A warrior got to go get it. So, but that spirit and that mentality, okay, you know what I'm saying, and just because at the age group, and then that's I think that's one thing that we as men don't have no more, is that, you know what I'm saying, because you see a lot of cultures have that coming of age moment to where the 14-year-old the boy reaches a certain age, he gets to go out and he gets to kind of get that you becoming a man type of thing, you know what I'm saying. Girls get their menstrual cycle or whatever, now you're a woman, but boys don't really have nothing like that, you know what I'm saying, until it's that man, and like the warriors taking them out there, and like you about to pass into this, and this is, give him some foundation and some things to live by. So now a bunch of people out there trying to just find their way, and they might have a little bit of warrior spirit out there in them, but they being baited with the bullshit, and they think, oh, yeah, that's why you leading with your wallet, that's why you doing this, that's why you doing that, because you don't have that guidance back in, to that. So it's faded away and it's going away, and it's softened a lot of dudes, but there's thank God that there's still those out there who still kind of like, nah, you know what I'm saying. And like I said, at the end of the day, the warrior, I've had to, when I really look back on some of my relationship problems, I'm like, that's because she didn't want me to be the warrior that I am. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't deal with the shit, and I'm not saying I was always right in a lot of these situations,
Right.
but if I'm in a committed, serious relationship with you, if I've come this far with you, then I'm serious. So anything that I'm telling you, I'm trying to teach you, I'm trying to show you, I'm trying to increase you on, then that's just what it is. You ain't gotta like it, and then, like we said, back to the breakdown of a lot of black men and then just being taken out of the home and not having that male figure in the house. You don't.
Mm-hmm.
When you face a real warrior, when you face a warrior, rather than a simp, or rather somebody who lead with their wallet, or rather somebody living superficial, you don't know how to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right, bro, because I'm glad you said that. Back in the days, even if you didn't have a man in the home, you had your uncles, you had your grandfather, you had some type of male figure that would impart some things into you, like this is what men do, and this is what men don't do, and this is why you do A, B, C, and D. Nowadays, we don't have that, and thankfully, we do still have a few of us still out here. I think as men, sometimes we have to mentor some of these young ones around us,
The ones who want to listen.
the ones that want to listen, and mentor them, and kind of groom them, because some want to know, but if you ain't got nobody to show you, or nobody trying to show you, you just winging it. You going off of what you see off of social media. You listening to everything except a grown man. And
Grown
then
ass man.
the result, you grow older, and then you have these cats that act more feminine than the women, and the women, you'll end up with a male that have more feminine energy than you, that makes you seem more masculine than them. So, you know, they're the warrior spirit. It is slowly dying, but I do believe that the few of us that are here, whenever we have an opportunity, I know whenever I have a opportunity to talk to young men and they ask certain questions, mentor them, impart them. It's easy to shoot the shit, but we got to be able to talk real life to them, put them on game.
Right. I mean, and at the end of the day, there are a few. I mean, that hits near and dear to me, because what I'm saying, we all got cousins, we all got family, we all got people who we want to see doing better. We got potential,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if I'm gonna call myself a warrior, I got to live that life, and then whether I can tell it, I can show you better than I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
get like me.
Yeah. And then too, we definitely got to be careful with it too. Again, like I said earlier on the one before, I mean, you gotta set yourself up, man, man, because that money ain't gonna come like it did when you're 70, because they're gonna tap you on your shoulder, they're gonna tell you to go sit down, they're gonna give you a little check. And we all know if you ever seen people who get that little check later on in life, man, they in a bad position, bro.
Mm-hmm.
In a bad position. So fellas, think about it from this perspective, especially if you 40, just say 40, 40 through your 40 and up. I'll say just think about it from this standpoint. You want to be able to make sure that nobody has to make decisions for you. As long as you have a sound mind based upon you can't afford, to live as a man later on
They
in
ain't never
life.
too
So
late to learn. They ain't
it
never
ain't
too
too
late.
learn.
Don't
And
you
then
say I don't know, nobody ever showed me and all that.
That shit
You a
old.
warrior. Be a
Mhm.
warrior. Learn. Ask somebody.
That's what we gotta do
It's
about
out
it.
there.
Put the
Go
ego
on
up.
the
Put the
internet, you
ego
can
up.
get out of these little ratchet girls' DMs and go learn something on your phone.
one thing about a warrior, as we all seen in the movies and as we all know, one thing about a warrior don't stop being a warrior just because they get up in age. A warrior
Mhm.
is a warrior up until their eyes close. Hey,
Yeah.
warrior knows that sometimes you got to miss the turn up for the come up.
Yeah.
Put your
That's the line.
priorities in order because you're going to get old one day. Put your priorities in order. You used to be able to hop from woman to woman to woman, and instead of getting you a good woman, one woman, because one day you're going to be sick, and having that good woman will be there to take care of you, not run out on you when the money runs
Hmm.
out. One day you're going to be on your deathbed. You on your deathbed. Okay, guess what? Because you live with your mother had to keep that up. Guess what she gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So everybody want to be an alpha male, and the definition of alpha male, everybody put them labels on themselves until it's time for you to live up to the label that you put on yourself. If you gonna don't talk about it, be about it. Be a warrior. You know, don't say I'm a provider, but you want to provide part time. Don't say you want to protect, but you want to protect part time. And when you are a warrior, you are a protector. A lot of times we thinking about, oh, well, I'm gonna make sure she ain't hurt and this and this and this. Understand something. A warrior, even in death, protects. You gotta protect your loved ones while you living and set up protection for them when your eyes close.
Yeah.
You got to get
Fact.
your mind right. You cannot afford a warrior. Don't get comfortable because he know another tribe can attack at any time. You got to be
Hmm.
ready. You got to be on point. You got to constantly train. You got to constantly practice. You got to constantly keep your strength up. So
Yeah.
therefore, there are things that are required of you to do as a man, as a warrior. If you're not a warrior, you're the other thing.
Right. And you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this in closing. I saw this. I saw this. I think it was Joe Rogan or something like that. I was watching something. They was like, this guy described. He went to Africa and he hung out with this tribe. I think they woke up at like I don't. First of all, there's no time when the sun get ready to rise. They leave and they hunt all day. All day they hunt all day and they chasing whatever they can to eat. And then too, they said even to a point where and it's in Africa, it's in dirt. They were able to dig into the sand, pull water up, take a sip of water, and run full speed all day until they caught food. They would go back home, give it to the woman. They'll cook the stuff. They'll celebrate, go to sleep, and they do it again. That's all they do.
Mm-hmm.
Never get comfortable. Never get
Never.
comfortable. Never get it. Hey,
Because if
so we
she can hunt, you're gonna starve if you choose not to get up and go hunt. You're gonna be
right.
one starving, ribs touching, and you're gonna end up on a commercial like they used to do back in the day. I know we all remember back in the days when we was watching Schoolhouse Rock, and they'll show that commercial with the African kid sitting there with oatmeal on his lips, and they'll
Right.
come out with like for 25 cents a day, you can
Oh
feed
yeah.
little son. You remember that?
Right. Yeah, I remember
So
that.
so and in an age where people are a lot more selfish, you can't afford to slack off.
Hmm.
Nas and Kanye had a song, um, and there was a part on it where I guess if I'm giving you money to eat, I guess I can sleep with your bitch because I'm taking
Damn.
care of you and her.
You and
Because
her.
you can go do what you're supposed to do.
Man, hey, look, there it is. Good night. Hey, boy, they hung in here tonight, bro.
For
Hey,
sure.
boy, they hung in here tonight, but they rocking and rolling, man. Hey, man, but look, check this out. We're gonna definitely do more men's conversations, man. Y'all fellas, event anytime y'all want to come in, I'll keep
Bro,
y'all posted. I hit y'all
anytime.
up, man.
Hey,
Yeah,
hit me, put me in anytime. I love when brothers can get together and talk some intelligent, real shit. It's
man.
easy to shoot the shit and cut the fool on a bunch of nonsense, but when we talking life
Right.
and topics like this and spitting game, especially
Yeah,
to you ladies about men, this is real. This is what we need to do more of.
yeah,
So,
definitely for
hey,
sure.
anytime you want me, I'm here.
Hey, yeah, got it. Hey, say you want to say something real quick?
Hey, for sure. I appreciate you hitting me up, Mark.
Yeah.
Good to see you again. Got to know everything's going well. You continue on to do what you do. I
Oh
appreciate the
man.
content and everything. I mean,
Yeah,
it's there.
got it. I'm
I
gonna
love
chop
it.
it up and put it out like I always do, man.
For sure. Appreciate it.
All right.
Nice meeting you, Remy, and then everybody that was in the comments. With that being said, find me at anywhere on whatever. With that being said spell C.
All
Hey,
right,
Mark,
man.
do me a
What's
favor.
up?
Email me the link to this. I'm gonna share it on my page and promote you, bro.
Yeah, hey, look, I'm gonna follow you on Facebook. Hold on, I'm gonna close out and then y'all stay put for a second.
All
All
right,
right.
bet.
All right, then appreciate everybody coming out, man. Hey, I appreciate man. What I've been on this thing since 8 o'clock, but I appreciate everybody that's been rocking out with me.